welcome back to the Craft Caroline podcast. This is the Craft Parenting Podcast. It's a podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem. And Joe has decided that he's not feeling the best, so I get to record this one all by myself again. So at what point is the podcast mine? I'm not sure. We'll figure that one out. So today we being me, is drinking day 22 of the Higher Gravity Beervent calendar. If you'd like to know more about Higher Gravity and their Beervent, listen to our day 1 episode, which was 22 episodes ago. Math. That's like episode 25-ish? 125-ish. 125. Episode 25 was a long, long time ago. So I'm going to be drinking day 22 of the Higher Gravity Beervent calendar, which is...
That's like insane shit.
I know, Marco. You might enjoy this one too. So this is Other Half Brewing's Stacks on Stacks Southern Hemisphere, a double dry hopped Imperial India Pale Ale. It is a measly 8.5%, and it's a tall boy in a 16-ounce can. The hops are Rewika, Nelson 7, and Motueka. That seems right-ish. And the description is an Imperial IPA brewed with hand-selected blend of hops giving notes of papaya, passion fruit, and gooseberry. So this is from Other Half Brewing in Brooklyn, New York, though this can apparently was brewed in Washington, D.C., because they have multiple locations. We have not been to their Washington, D.C. location, but we have been to their Brooklyn location. And we used to have a sticker on our beer fridge, but then we had to get a new beer fridge, so we lost the sticker. Now I'm smart and I put everything on magnets. Wish I would have been doing that before. This smells very fruity, so I am super excited. So it is definitely hazy. I cannot see through it. It's more of like a gold, like a straw yellow color. It's not really gold. It's more straw. And it's got a white head that doesn't seem like it's going to stick around for very long. And I'm definitely getting some fruit on the nose. Some good slurping ASMR for you. Ooh, it's a little piney. A little juicy. I can maybe taste the alcohol if I think about it. We shall see how this goes. Because we might be going places later today. So, Stacks on Stacks, Southern Hemisphere, from their website says, this Stacks version has the usual grain bill, but has the Mosaic, Citra, and Eldorado swapped out for a decidedly more southern affair of Nelson 7, Motueka, and Motueka, all from New Zealand. So I'm being more likely to say what's on the can is right and what's on the website is wrong. I didn't know those were two completely different things that they listed. The only thing that's the same is the Nelson and the Motueka. Okay. It's just it's either Moteri or Rewika. The can says Rewika, so that's what I'm going to go with. For an Imperial IPA, it's not like super IPA-y. We'll see what Joe thinks about this when I'm done recording. He's upstairs somewhere. Probably finishing off my loaf of herb bread. It's so good. I have a bread making problem, but it's fine because we've been eating it all, and I've got plans for Christmas week. What we're gonna do with it so we can have like lots of tasty things. Because my grocery trips have turned into ingredients more so than food items. Because we really like the things that I make. And it just means I have to do more work. But it's all tasty. So I enjoy doing it. I would enjoy drinking this beer while I'm making something. So a little bit about Other Half Brewing, and then I'll talk about what I think I remember from when we were there. It's been a hot second. That was 2 kids ago. It was like 3 lifetimes ago at this point. So about Other Half Brewing. How we started. Sam Richardson, Matt Mahanan, and Andrew Berman founded Other Half Brewing Company in Brooklyn, New York in 2014 with a simple mission: to create beer that they wanted to drink from a company that they wanted to be a part of. Their vision was to push the boundaries of beer and the culture that surrounds it by representing the, quote, other half, end quote, of the industry. How we've grown. Since opening our first taproom in 2014, we've been dedicated to building the evolution of local brewery and have since grown to add spaces in New York City, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, the Finger Lakes, and Buffalo. We invest in each of our local communities with limited edition beer, merchandise, and experiences. We create spaces for real-world relationships to grow and always leave room for innovation to take us in new directions. So Other Half is new-ish to the Ohio scene. People in Ohio have known about them and have talked about it, but it hasn't been available in distribution until rather recently. So in 2018, Joe and myself went to New York City, and before we went, we asked a bunch of people where we should go, brewery-wise, and there were a few breweries that we were recommended. We ended up going to Brooklyn and Other Half, because a lot of people recommended Other Half, and it was stuff that we felt comfortable with traveling to, because he's not as big at using the subway as I was. He's gotten a lot better now. I've trained it out of him. So we went to Other Half. It was a pretty decent-sized tap room. I feel like, was that Brooklyn or was that Other Half? Or was it both of them? I think Brooklyn we had to leave early because they had an event that was going on that night. Other Half might have been crazy busy. So it might have been we went to Other Half and then we went to Brooklyn. If Joe was here, he could tell me for sure. So if a thing pops up on the bottom of the screen, it's just Joe correcting me. It's fine. So we hung out there. It was more of like the OG beer space where it was lots of industrial things. I feel like they had a lot of IPAs on the board, which at the time we weren't huge fans of. But I remember it being tasty. We didn't try to bring any beer home because we were flying and we weren't sure what we could get in our suitcases. And the hotel room was small. I don't even remember if it had a mini fridge. It might not have. And I don't think we did a tour. We did a tour at Brooklyn. Oh, yeah. So they have lots of wooden tables and like metal stools. Their bar was really cool because it's got like this hexagon tile concrete kind of pattern on it. And yeah, it was like a surprisingly small space for how much people hyped this place up and said how good the beer was. But we enjoyed our short time that we were there. And I don't think we got food while we were there because they might not have had, I don't think they have food. Yeah, because not beer, they also have wine, which is Annuelle, Annuelle. So they decided that they wanted to branch into wine, to help out other artisans. It's available in all of their New York State tap rooms. I drink all this wine because I drink all the wine. And then they also have cloud cover coffee, on a mission to get really caffeinated with the help of delicious coffee from thoughtful producers all over the world. Oh man, we might have to buy some of this. We'll make sure it's fair trade first. But yeah, they've got coffee. That's pretty cool. Shipped to you. Hopefully I can get it shipped to me. But it's not super expensive either. And it's from all sorts of fun places. So yeah, they don't just do beer. They do wine and coffee as well. Though I think it doesn't seem like the wine you could get outside of one of their tap rooms. This beer is still holding up. The head is completely gone. Definitely getting some of that juice. I'm not sure if I'm getting like papaya, passion fruit, and gooseberry, but I don't exactly know what gooseberries taste like. I'm definitely getting like some sweet fruit juiciness though. I just can't put a finger on what exact flavors it is. I kind of want to go visit one of their places again. If I had known they were in, well, we went to Washington, D.C. before we went to New York. Yeah. So we wouldn't have gone to other half in Washington, D.C. because we didn't know about it yet. We went to, I don't even remember where we went. If I heard the name of the brewery, I would remember. We went to like 2 or 3 different breweries while we were in Washington, D.C. But like the New York ones were the ones that I remember more. We're getting ready to go to Myrtle Beach again, but that won't be till this summer. So if you have any breweries that you really like in that area, let us know. We're willing to drive. The rest of the family might not be, but Joe's parents apparently are flying in and are dependent on us driving them around everywhere. So they get to go wherever we want to. And they can't complain about it because they don't have a car. Ooh, I'm going to enjoy this beer and figure out we got to figure out what we're doing for dinner tonight still. Whether we're going out or staying in. There's a chance we will end up at West Side Gilligan's on the Green and get to have the exclusive West Side beers and some delicious food. We shall see if we're going to end up doing that or if we'll go somewhere else. I'm really excited to go to Gilligan's, but we'll have to see how the kids are doing. They're napping right now. Because talking to the hashtag CincyPod Squad, they all highly recommend it. Everything I've heard about it has been great anyway. And like, we want to go. So we're probably going to force the kids to go. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this beer, figure out what we're doing for dinner. And thank you for tuning in to the Caroline Craft Parenting Podcast. We are on all the major social media platforms, including YouTube and Rumble. If you are on YouTube, slam that like button, smash subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'm just going to wave my hands around like a maniac. And if you're on a podcast feed, you are missing my lovely face and dramatic motions that usually make Joe giggle. But give us a 5-star review. Listen to like 10 more episodes. Tell us which one you like the most. Maybe we can just do random Caroline beer episodes now because this is 2 out of the 25 Beervent episodes that are now just me, which is almost 10% of them. So, yeah. I'm not complaining though because I get to drink a whole big beer all by myself. I'm at Caroline Creates Craft on Facebook. It's at Caroline Creates Craft on Instagram. Caroline's Creative Crafts on Facebook. It's almost Christmas, so Merry Christmas. We've got 3 more days of Beervent coming at you. I'm pretty sure I said this was day 22, right? Yeah. So we've got 3 more days of Beervent coming at you. And we're looking forward to a happy Christmas with the family. So I will see you soon. I have to hit the button. And thank you for joining. Bye.